What's good, guys? It's your boy DB, and I'm covering today's big news that's all over Reddit and other content creators' accounts. The news, if you've not seen it, is essentially that there is a photo of a phone showing a developer playing the game with a Galactic legend Kenobi as his leader. But there are several problems with this picture that outright show that it's a fake. The first being that Kenobi isn't actually a game model like the rest of the characters are. It's just a splash screen that's had its saturation of colors altered, which has caused this weird sort of grey hair effect in there. But that's because the splash screen has very oversaturated colors just to make it pop more on multiple phones, particularly those that don't have very good color depths. So that was the obvious issue that I spotted straight away with this. And the next one is that the angle is of the image itself, the team angle, isn't consistent with the fleet or the phone's angle itself. The phone isn't flat. The phone isn't even like this. The phone is actually sort of like that, where there's a different in depth, and that throws off the picture. But what should stay consistent is the team position itself, but it's not. As you can see right here, I've highlighted this section, and if we move it up, it doesn't stay the same. If I line it up close to the arena rank, it chops off a section there, and if we try and keep it central to this, it starts chopping off other sections. It's not in the same position that it should be, and therefore it's not consistent with the rest of the image. Like here, for example, if we take this one and we move it up, we've got the same bits visible in both places because the image is real, whereas there it's not. They've tried to manipulate the angle of the image and failed to do so because they haven't compensated for the fact that the phone has different depth to it. It's not just tilted, and that's another obvious, really obvious screw up within the screenshot. And there are other problems with this. One of the videos showed the ally code. That's not what the ally codes look like on dev accounts. I had one. I had a dev account on a server with other devs. None of the ally codes are just full of zeros. So there was just multiple issues that I saw with this. And for starters, I know we give CG a hard time. The game's full of bugs. We got the meme that they've got one computer, one laptop between them, but they know how to take a screenshot of a phone if they really wanted to leak something to one of their friends. They're not going to take a photograph of their phone and then send that picture. The only reason it's been done that way is because it's far easier to disguise the fact that this image isn't real. All they've done here is pasted the splash screen Kenobi over the top of a Jedi Master Luke team, and then they've given it this kind of blur and everything just to try and hide the fact that it's not real. So I really hate to break that to those of you that had hoped that this was real, but it's not. I think the reason they've gone for Kenobi in this is because he is the consistent in the speculation for the next Galactic legend. You know, obviously people are predicting that we're going to get a Mustafar Darth Vader, Jedi Temple Darth Vader, Fallen Anakin, whatever you want to call him. But the one that is always predicted is Kenobi, because some people are reckoning perhaps we're going to get another Darth Maul with Kenobi due to their rivalry. It's not just everybody saying Anakin. That there is a little bit of flexibility when it comes to the dark side Galactic legend that will accompany Kenobi to the game. So yeah, if you wanted to claim that you have an inside source, you have a dev, blah blah blah, the thing you're going to go for is him. He's going to be the obvious one, because people already predicted Fallen Anakin in the past and he never turned up. So everyone that predicted that was clearly wrong and kind of outed themselves as not really having a source. We seem to have like stepped away from the written leaks that we used to have. There used to be so many of those, like a full shopping list of things that were never going to happen. So that they've upgraded to an image to try and give it some more sort of clout, really, so some more oomph to the theory that it's actually coming along. But then they've screwed up the image. So, you know, as I said, dev accounts, the ally code doesn't look like this. You would just get a screenshot. When devs used to send us advanced news, it would be like GIFs or screenshots or something. It wouldn't be a photograph of their phone, you know? And especially, it's not very well done, quite frankly. that there are really obvious signs to anybody that uses Photoshop. I'm far from an expert with Photoshop. The thumbnails are more or less the extent of my skill set, and even I can work out very, very quickly that the angle is wrong compared to the Fleet one. So I'm really, really sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I know a lot of people have got excited about this one. It's not real. Get back on with your days, and hopefully we'll actually get some real news of the next pair of Galactic Legends shortly. So be sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, guys, we out of here.